ni nanay at tatay. Pag-ibig ang bubong, ang dingding ay pagmamahal. Bintana at pinto, tinatibay ng tiwala. Respeto ang haligi ng aming amang tapat. Ang aming tahanan, isang piraso ng langit. Kahit nasa gitno'y di ko ipapalit. Walang saysayang tagumpay kung malungkot ang tahanan. Pamilyang masaya, langit lamang ang kapantay. Dalangin ko sa may kapal, pamilya'y makapiling mapagkailanman.
Hello everyone! Welcome to Usapang Pamilya with Anatonin and Crisanta. So this morning, napakagandang pag-uusapan natin tungkol sa depression, dealing with depression and anxiety during this pandemic.
Yes, so ang hirap no ngayon, especially it's really hard to adapt to lifestyle changes. Especially yung i-manage yung fear natin of contracting the virus, ganyan, and worrying about people close to us, particularly yung mga bata, yung mga anak natin, yung mga magulang natin to contract yung virus. So minsan we have a lot of worries, very challenging, and especially yung mga may mental health conditions, napakahirap po nito. So ngayon, we are going to talk
We're happy to
about,
have a special guest today.
yes, kung papaano ba natin, how can we look after our own mental health and to help others who may need some extra support and care during this pandemic. So we
right.
are honored to have a special guest ngayon. And of course, I'm going to introduce her.
Yes.
She has completed her master's degree in clinical psychology at De La Salle University. She is a mental health advocate and an active volunteer and psychological first aid facilitator for disaster victims in the Philippines, Armed Forces of the Philippines. She is also a college instructor at Asia Pacific College in Makati and a church service missionary for LDS Family Services. Currently, she is a support body facilitator for anxiety management program for frontliners. Wow! At Manila Med Hospital, located at South Avenue. Please join us in welcoming Cinderella Cruz with masters in clinical
Yes.
psychology.
So magandang umaga po, Ma'am Cinderella, and thank you for joining us.
All right, I'm going to unmute her and let's welcome her.
Yes.
Ma'am Cinderella, welcome po sa ating Usapang Pamilya.
Yes, good morning po.
Hello, good morning. Thank you for this invitation to share to our FB viewers, mga participants.
Yes, it's interesting to know, Ma'am Cinderella, that you are a volunteer and psychological first aid facilitator for disaster victims in the Philippines.
Yes, nandun kami sa Bicol noon during that time na nagkaroon sila ng volcanic eruptions. So, isa tayo sa mga psychological first aiders na nag-respond sa psychological needs nila. Okay. At saka sa iba pang mga calamities na na-experience natin. So, isa tayo sa mga sumasabak sa mga volunteerism works na ganun.
Wow, that's really wonderful. Yung ginagawa niyo po ay really big help. And also ngayon, currently, Ma'am Cinderella, you are a support body facilitator for anxiety management program for frontliners.
Yes, kailangan ng ating mga frontliners ng mental health support. So, again, nandito ulit tayo sa ating helping profession to help all our frontliners na nakaka-experience ng anxiety and stress brought about by this pandemic worldwide na nararanasan natin ngayon.
Yes, tamang-tama po, Ma'am Cindy, kasi we are going to ask you kung papaano nga ba natin, how can we look after our own mental
Yes.
health?
So how to
Yes,
over
magandang pag-usapan 'yan. Kasi lahat tayo ay nakaka-experience talaga ng anxiety.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially po this time, yung mga 21 years old below na hindi po makalabas for more than 100 days na po, no? So, yung mga viewers po natin ngayon, gusto po namin i-greet. First, yeah, si Ma'am Christy de la Cruz. Good morning po. Si Ma'am Madel Pahit from Baguio. Ma'am Trixie Espinosa. Bishop Saturnino Velasco. Lionel
Ang dami
Lebatique.
pala nila.
Yes, ang dami nila. So, Kay, Sheden.
So, mahina daw po ang audio. I'm not sure if sa part po natin ng mahina, pero Miss Kay, can you please also check your audio po?
Opo.
And thank you for the feedback.
Yes.
So,
if they have questions, mamaya yung mga viewers natin, please feel free to ask questions.
yes, and also those who are actually joining our Zoom meeting, we suggest that you just go directly to our
Facebook.
Meeting po, so that hindi po ganong ma-istorbo po yung ating session. So
Yes.
just go to the link, live session, and then I think marami tayong matututunan ngayon from Ma'am
Yes.
Cinderella. So Ma'am Cindy, please give us your tips.
tips.
Paano po natin mapapangalagaan ang ating mental health?
Para sa mga mommies and daddies ngayon.
Sige, so siguro umpisahan muna natin by defining what is anxiety and depression. So kadalasan sa atin, pag sinabi nating worry, doon join yung word na anxiety. Kasi when we say worry, these are all negative thoughts or pictures or negative emotions and images na nililink natin sa sarili natin. So nag-worry tayo sa isang bagay, sa maraming bagay every day. Like nag-worry ka kung anong mangyayari bukas, kung kumusta yung trabaho mo, and anong mangyayari sa school ng mga bata. So yun yung mga kadalasang na-worry ng isang tao. And marami pang iba. Nag-worry kung anong kakainin, kung anong uulamin, kung paano babayaran yung mga bills. Okay? So, those are all normal emotions na na-experience ng mga tao. But then, masasabi natin siya na it becomes an anxiety if there is already a feeling of nasamahan na siya ng feeling of nervousness, meron na siyang uncertain outcome physically na na-experience mo, meron ka ng physical symptoms, okay? So, anxiety is common health problems. And pag sinabi nating anxiety, nandito yung from time to time, lagi mo siyang, hindi ka na maka-move at ease or you are not comfortable doing things dahil nasa isip mo na siya. Okay, so that becomes already anxiety. And we have a lot of siguro specific na mga categories of anxiety. Meron tayong mga sinasabi na special phobia, social phobia, or panic disorder, or general anxiety disorder. Okay, so from worry, from simple worry, it is a normal emotion, naging anxiety na siya dahil nagkakaroon ka na ng symptoms of shortness of breath, may racing heart ka na, yung biglang bumibilis yung tibok ng puso mo, meron ka ng sweating, ganun, headache, or sometimes tumataas pa yung blood pressure mo. Okay? So that becomes anxiety. So kapag nagkaroon tayo ng mga ganung feelings, usually it is normal, but if it exists for 2 weeks and beyond, like a month or more than a month, then it becomes a clinical condition already that you need to already seek for a professional help. So so you will receive management or treatment para maka-cope up ka dun sa na-experience mo. Okay? So from worry and then anxiety, we also have stress. Ano din ba yung difference ng anxiety and stress? Kapag sinabi naman nating stress, meron ka na nung manifestation sa katawan mo. Parang napagod ka na, so more on siya sa physical symptoms. So pag sinabi nating anxiety, it's all in the mind na hindi natin siya maiwasan, pero kung mamamanage mo naman siya, that will be good for you. Pero kung hindi mo siya ma-manage, then you need to seek for psychological help or psychological support. So you can undergo treatment and yung mga therapy sessions natin. Okay? So yun yung mga normal na condition. So beyond 2 weeks or a month, possible na siya na maging not normal already. So pero kung normal lang na nag-worry ka, so normal lang yung mga feelings na nararanasan natin na nag-worry tayo, you feel parang anxious, so that is normal. But if it goes beyond 2 weeks or more, so that may pose a clinical condition already that you need to go to already to a specialist. Okay? So ano naman yung depression? So yung depression is also a clinical term. It is a terminology sa psychology na ginagamit natin. So commonly, nami-misuse yung mga words na ito. Kasi ang nangyayari sa mga tao, when they become upset or sad, they already diagnose themselves as depressed. So hindi po natin dapat ida-diagnose yung sarili natin as depressed. Kasi pag sinabi natin depressed, it is a clinical term. So ibig sabihin, pag clinical term, hindi natin sasabihin yun sa sarili natin, kundi ang magsasabi sa atin nun is a licensed psychiatrist or a licensed psychologist. So doon tayo pupunta sa mga specialized na profession na yun, sa tao na yun, because they are the ones to declare or to tell us that you are clinically diagnosed of depression. So pag sad, normal lang maging sad, normal lang normal umiyak. It is a normal emotion na umiyak, na mag-sad, na mag-worry. Pero beyond those emotions na nag-last for 2 weeks or long, na 1 month, it is already a sign, a clinical symptom or a clinical sign that you're having psychological difficulty or problem. Okay? So yun po yung mga definition natin para ma-differentiate natin at hindi natin ma-abuse yung mga clinical term na depression. Kasi ginagamit lang po natin siya kapag diagnose na yung tao. Ayun po.
Wow, that's interesting to know, no, na it's just normal. So, baka yung mismong worry mo, yun yung talagang nagkakos ng anxiety, no? So, it's just normal to feel sad, ganyan, ma-depressed. Pero if it's already happening like 2 weeks or a
More
month,
than 2 weeks.
more than 2 weeks, beyond
Yes.
2 weeks, ganyan. So, it's time po na you have to ask for
Mental
help
health
na.
Yeah,
or
and
to go
take
to a
help.
mental health specialist. Okay, so that you will receive help kung anong kailangan mo. Why are you feeling all of these emotions at hindi maalis? Like for example, ang tagal mo nang nakakaramdam ng anxiety na to, na hindi ka na lumalabas ng bahay, hindi ka na nagtatrabaho, that it already affects your family, your work. Okay, so yun yung mga warning signs na yun that it may warrant a clinical already yung consultation.
Yeah, especially if you cannot manage anymore. Pero
Yes.
kung kaya mo namang i-manage, Ma'am
That's
Cindy,
normal.
Yes.
Kasi lahat naman tayo may problema, nakakaranas ng stress, nakakaranas ng frustrations. So we have a lot of various feelings and emotions, and they are all normal. Okay lang magalit. Kahit yung feeling of angry, minsan nagalit tayo or nadismaya ka, those are all normal feelings, normal emotions.
yes.
Yeah.
Ma'am Cindy, may tanong po dito. Anyway, before the question, let's thank President Terceño for joining us, Doris de
Doris.
Guzman. And yung tanong kay from Ma'am Farah Dicano, hi Cindy.
Yes.
Marami sa mga senior citizens ang nababagot sa kanilang forced isolation ngayong pandemic. So they become
Yes.
irritable. Pansin ko nga yan,
Yes.
irritable sila.
Oo.
Yeah. How do we ease their boredom?
Siguro mahalaga na masabihan natin sila, mabigyan natin sila ng kausapin natin sila, sabihin natin sa kanila na hindi dahil sa pinipigilan natin sila na lumabas, okay? Kundi dahil iniingatan natin sila, kaya we need to comply sa sinasabi ng government to stay at home. And totoo yun na talagang nakakabagot magstay 24/7 sa bahay natin. That's why for us to gain a good mental health, to become achieve maging healthy, okay, sa ating mental health na kalagayan, we need to establish routine, regular activities every day. So kailangan mag-plot down tayo ano yung mga gagawin natin every day para ma-avoid natin yung pagiging boredom. Yung pagiging bored sa bahay. So isa siguro sa mga activities bilang senior citizen is kausapin natin sila, and then kung may time tayo na video call natin sila sa mga apo nila para makausap nila, malibang natin sila. Yun yung mga magandang ways or anything na that interests them, okay? Para maka-cope up sila sa boredom nila everyday. That would be very helpful sa kanila.
Yeah, thank you, Ma'am Cindy. Actually, hindi lang yan para sa mga senior citizen, even the kids and the youth.
Yes.
Para sa
Yeah, they're really anxious not to go out. So how can we help them?
Pero napakaganda yung suggestion ni Ma'am na kinakailangan. Actually, yan, si Ma'am at Papa malayo sa amin. Kaya meron kaming weekly na call sa kanila. Nakakatulong po talaga yan na i-call natin kahit sa phone lang kung wala namang internet. So, we will help them para ma-overcome din yung pinagdadaanan nilang depression. Ma'am, pero may mga maling notion kasi na yung mga family na, pag nagpatingin ako sa psychiatrist, baka isipin iba na meron na akong problema, ganito. So, yun yata yung sometimes na pumipigil para pupunta sila para magpatingin.
Yes, so nakakalungkot na meron tayong mental health stigma sa mga bagay na yan. That when you are feeling anxious or when you are having a difficulty or a trouble with your mind, iisipin agad nila, ay ano yan? Ano ba yung mga common term na sinasabi nila? Parang nababaliw na siya or she's out of her mind. Okay, so yun yung mga sinasabi na. So that is very sad na nasasabi ng ibang tao. Ang masasabi ko dyan, when we are all like 6 years old, nung mga bata pa tayo, we all experience to have cuts, bruises, na-experience nating nadapa, masugatan, and kapag na-experience natin yung feeling na yun, lahat tayo umiyak, di ba? Nung bata tayo, umiyak tayo sa simpleng maliit na sugat. But then, after crying a little, we know how to get up. We will get up, and then we know how to put bandage in our wound, in our cut, because we know that by doing it, by covering our wound, we can protect it from the infection outside. Okay, so at 6 years old, we know how to do that, to take care of our physical health. Also, we know also how to take care of our teeth when we brush our teeth. Means, di ba, 3 times a day, di ba? We do brush our teeth. So we know how to take care of ourselves physically since we were 6 years old. But how come that nobody taught us how to take care of our mental health? Like, for example, right now, who taught us to take care of our mental health? Nobody. Okay, we know nothing about taking care of our mental health. And what do we teach our children about mental health? We don't teach our children about mental health. We know nothing. So all this time we are protecting our physical health because we know that physical health is important, excluding the fact that we also need to take care of our mental health, because without mental health, there can be no health at all. Okay, so when we take care of our physical health, taking care of our mental health is also important. So both sila na magkasama to achieve yung holistic approach, or ma-achieve natin yung holistic health system natin. That we can say that we are physically and mentally healthy individual. So yun lang. So walang nagturo sa atin kung paano ba natin ma-achieve yung mental health natin.
Yeah, that's right. No, so ang awareness napakahalaga.
Yes.
On
So,
mental health.
Napakaganda po pala yan, Ma'am, na isama sa, for example, yung family, may mga counseling kasi marami na focus sa spiritual talaga, may mga scripture study. So maganda rin po pala na isama sa discussion sa family regarding po sa mental health issue, problem, na normal lang, na kinakailangan din natin itong maalagaan, yan ang
Yes.
pag-usapan.
Yeah.
Oo.
So may tanong, yes po.
In additional, dahil napag-uusapan naman natin yung achieving a healthy mind, okay? Para magkaroon tayo ng good healthy mental well-being. So, maganda din na turuan natin yung mga anak natin. We set a regular time to them na makausap natin. Let's start with 15 minutes. So when we say it's a regular time, then you set 15 minutes, like for example, every Monday night, okay? You set 15 minutes of a regular time to talk to them. Kausapin mo sila, you listen to them and listen to what they want to say. Kung wala silang masabi, that 15 minutes will go on silence, that's okay. Just keep on doing that regular time with your children, with your family member, or whoever is in your household, okay? Just to make them feel that you are interested with them, that they can be listened, they can be heard, and that you are there with them, for them. Okay, so yung 15 minutes na yun, that's a good already practice of achieving yung natin, a healthy mind. Okay, so kasi na-express nila yung time nila, okay, to say something about themselves. Ayun.
Yeah, napakaganda. So that 15-minute will make a difference sa kanilang buhay.
Yes, exactly.
Kasi actually, yung 15 minutes na yun, kapag naging regular time na siya, kulang pa siya. So, na-extend pa siya to 30 minutes, to 1 hour with them. And that's good for mental health. Kasi kapag hindi na natin sila pinapansin, puro gadget na lang sila, or puro school works, or puro friends outside, we don't build our relationship. We don't build our connection for them. And that's highly important, especially at this time, dahil lahat tayo nakakulong sa bahay. Nakakulong ka na nga sa bahay, hindi mo pa ka-close yung kapatid mo, hindi mo pa ka-close yung parents mo. So, mas lalong nakaka-stress yun. Mas lalong tataas yung anxiety. So, let's build connections and communication sa bahay, and then start building connections and communication then outside. So, pag may good communication ka na sa bahay, so i-next mo naman yung communication mo with your relatives, with your titos, titas, with your friends, with your colleagues, workmates. Kumustahin natin sila, because in that way, we can have also achieve a healthy mental well-being.
Yeah. That's really nice. Actually, maraming tanong dito, no?
Yes.
Pero this time we are talking about giving time with the
Yan,
kids.
napakahalaga actually yan, giving time. Lalo na, napaka-busy po ng mga magulang. Ang daming worries ngayon.
Kahit nasa bahay, maraming work from home.
Yes.
Kaya yung 15 minutes, 1 hour is really,
Yeah, big help.
yeah. Pero kami, Mom Cindy, we have 4 kids. So siguro kung mag-extend ng 1 hour, 4 hours yon.
Ayun, iset lang natin, siguro 15 minutes o
Yes.
individual. Very effective kasi yung individual para at least meron kang communication per individual sa anak mo. And then pwedeng set naman a group time, a family time for all.
Yes.
Or you may set it different days, diba? Para hindi naman time consuming.
Opo. Si Ma'am Farah, actually, yung tanong niya nasagot na, how do we include the value of mental health? What do we tell them sa mga bata, siguro? So, meron pong isang tanong pa dito. Sabi pala dito, how do we inculcate to kids mental health? What do we tell them? Or before that, si Ma'am Jessamine Valdez Diaz, sabi niya, my friend is suffering po from depression. I think connected po ito kaso nag-break sila ng BF niya na kung saan yung BF niya, yun ang nag-dream na siya ng future. Siguro, futuristic tong boyfriend. How can I help her? Wala na siyang ganang mag-work and ina-isolate niya na ang self niya sa ibang tao.
Of course, pag nakita mo na yung
Kaibigan
boyfriend
mo.
or yung boyfriend mo talaga, na siya na yung mapapangasawa mo, tapos hindi pala matutuloy, yung
Siguro ganun yung situation.
So, ano po yung...
Ina-isolate niya na daw po yung sarili niya. So, paano po yun?
Sige. So, para naman sa kanya, dun sa nagtanong, talagang mahirap maka-experience ng heartbreak, 'di ba? Pag naka-experience ka naman talaga ng heartbreak, parang ouch, ang sakit nun, 'di ba? Parang ang hirap mag-move on. So, lahat naman ng tao naka-experience ng heartbreak. So, siguro ang pinaka-importanting thing lang, okay, at the end of the day, when you experience that pain na na-experience mo, is never forget to return to yourself, okay? Because the most important thing o person at the end of the day is yourself. Kung naranasan mo man na expose ka man sa maraming mga difficult circumstances, difficult emotion, at the end of the day, before you go to sleep, remember to return to yourself. It is really important na ma-identify mo na halimbawa nagkaroon ka ng failed relationship. Okay, that was a failed relationship, but it was not you. You are not a failure yourself. Okay? So you have to identify all those things. Kung halimbawang nasaktan ka man, but you're still you, kaya mo pang buuin yung sarili mo, you can still get up. So at the end of the day, always return to yourself and evaluate those things na mga feelings o na emotion mo. Nasaktan ka, umiyak ka, nagalit ka, or naawa ka sa sarili mo, but then at the end of the day, return to yourself and tell yourself that I can do this. Nasaktan man ako, but I learned. Nasaktan man ako, but I became a tougher person. Okay? But there's still another day tomorrow. Okay? So, hanap ulit ako ng boyfriend. Okay? Magpaganda ka ulit. Okay? Or mag-aral ka. Or you turn to something na mapapakinabangan mo for your use. Okay? So, return to yourself because loving yourself is very or highly important, so you can be able to love other person, or you can give love to other person. So wag na wag mong i-exclude yung sarili mo. Wag na wag mong i-isolate. The more na nakapag-break up ka, the more na nasaktan ka, mas the more na kailangan mong i-open up yung sarili mo. Wag mo siyang i-isolate. So I hope na dun sa isang tao na yon na naka-experience ng breakup, ang pinaka-importante din na makatulong sa kanya is family support or a friend na kakilala siya na alam na may ganun siyang breakup, naka-experience siya ng ganun na breakup, kamustahin siya. Hello, kumusta ka na ba? How are you feeling today? So bilang isang kaibigan, sana may mag-reach out sa kanya na ganun. Minsan naman kung wala, ikaw naman alam mo na mag-isa ka, then you go to a friend. Kailangan kasi pag nakaka-experience tayo ng mga ganitong bagay sa sa buhay natin, kailangan marami kang friends. At least meron kang 10, di ba? You build 10 trusted persons na makakausap mo, your mother, your father, your siblings, your best friend, your classmate, your colleagues, kasi in that way, you are also helping yourself, di ba? So, tulungan mo yung sarili mo. You go to, kasi kung wala kang caring na friend na mag-reach out sa'yo, then ikaw yung lumapit. So you can help yourself and you can move on.
Wow, that's wonderful, no?
Suggestions and discussions.
Yeah. Meron pong isa tayong nagtanong dito. She's actually working abroad. She's an OFW. Meron siyang alaga na may anxiety, depression. Mayroong maintenance na gamot para makatulog at di mag-worry, ganyan. Ano daw po ang dapat na sabihin sa mga anak? Siguro lola po yung alaga niya. Anong dapat na sabihin sa mga anak kasi yung mga anak nawawalan ng patience. At lagi silang nag-worry para sa kanilang lola or sa kanilang nanay.
So I think yung ganong feeling kung ano yung sasabihin na parang normal lang, i-exclude mo lang yung mga negativities para hindi naman ma-hurt yung feelings niya. So normal lang na makipag-usap, yung kwentuhan. So i-direct mo lang siya lagi sa positive thoughts, because when you insert in all the negative thoughts, yun yung time na naapektuhan yung katawan mo, yung thoughts mo kapag negative na yung nilagay mo sa mind mo. Pero kapag positive lahat yung nilagay mo sa mind mo, so magkakaroon ka din ng good mental health and good physical health din. So para yung pagkain pag halimbawang sa physical health natin, we know how to eat healthy and nutritious food, right? So we eat vegetables, we eat yung mga ang tawag dito, diet, yung proper diet. We know how a mixture of meat, a mixture of fruits and vegetables, yun yung healthy diet in our plate. So if we know how to eat healthy foods, ganun din sana sa brain natin. We know how to feed our brain with healthy thoughts because in that way, we can be able to produce a healthy body and or a healthy mental well-being. So kung sa pagkain, ang kinakain mo ay puro soft drinks, puro chichirya, puro baboy, or unhealthy, yung mga ice cream or too much chocolate, di ba? Ang mangyayari sa katawan mo, parang magkakaroon ka na ng hypertension, magkakaroon ka, tataas yung cholesterol mo. Ganun yung mangyayari sa physical body natin. And same also with our mind. If we continue to feed our mind with negative thoughts, what will happen to our mind? We will also be anxious, magkakaroon ka na ng anxiety, magkakaroon ka na ng depression because you are feeding your mind with the wrong thoughts or yung mga negative or ugly pictures, emotions. Ayun. So we need to feed our mind with healthy or positive thoughts so it can affect our mental health and our physical health.
Yeah, and so it also starts with the healthy eating, no?
Yes. So,
Yeah. Tama.
Habit.
Kailangan talaga maging physically healthy tayo. Eat yung balanced diet, nutrition.
Yeah, thank you so much. And thanks for joining us po, Sir
Nathaniel.
Nathaniel Decano, Gico, Jirel Jimenez.
Yes, at Ika Malaya.
Yes,
Thank you for
of
joining.
course.
At may katanungan, si
Si
Adhika
Adhika
Malaya.
Malaya ang ating
Balikan natin yung may question kanina from Miss Farah Decano.
sige po.
Regarding doon
Sige po.
sa children, what do we
Yes.
teach our
Sa mga
children?
bata. Mhm.
Okay. Alam nyo, maganda yung ngayon yung ginagawa ngayon ng mga parents sa mga anak nila. Kasi dahil nga meron na tayong internet, so lahat ng information has been already available for us for use, di ba? Just a click away and you will be informed. Magandang i-practice natin yung tinatawag na mindful parenting or intentional parenting. Okay? Kasi talagang napaka-importante na gawin natin yung function natin as parents to our children because they are the next generation who will also establish this good mental health or this healthy mental well-being, di ba, for the next generations to come. So, di ba pag preschool, laging tinatanong ng mga nanay, kumusta anak? Kumusta ang school mo? Di ba? So, kapag na-establish natin yun sa mga anak natin, we are teaching them to communicate with us. Okay? And i-practice din natin yung affirmation sa kanila, di ba? Tapping of the back or touching them. Kasi minsan, na-experience lang yun ng mga bata pag preschool sila. Then kapag nasa elementary na sila, nasa high school na sila, hindi na sila tinatouch ng mga nanay nila. Hindi na sila masyadong kinukumusta or tinatanong lang pero hindi na binibigyan ng regular time. So, I think it is very important to teach our children, the young generation, di ba, how to communicate with us, to communicate with the parents. Kasi it's important. Hindi yung communication na chinachat mo na lang siya. Di ba? Yung communication na one-on-one kayo, personal time. Kasi iba yung nabibigay niya sa emotion niya. It feels good, di ba, sa isang anak or sa isang nanay na mayroong communication. So I think that is a good way na maituro natin sa mga kids natin to build a strong communication for the family members because at the end of the day, again, kapag lumaki na sila, nagkaroon na ng asawa, nagkaroon na ng mga anak, family is still a family. Kapag nagkaroon ka ng personal or emotional problem or something, sa kanila ka pa rin pupunta. You can still go to your mom, to your parents, to your sister, to your brother. Sila pa rin yung lalapitan mo. Kaya maganda na makapag-establish ka talaga ng connection sa kanila. Kasi sila yung go-to person mo if it happens na sa age mo ay naka-experience ka ng emotional difficulty.
Yeah, that's absolutely true, no, Ma'am Cindy. We have to be intentional parents.
Yes, kaya dapat yung family knows best ang mga anak nila. So napakaganda nga po yung sinabi niyo kanina, yung actually yung 15 minutes Kulang po
Yes.
talaga yun eh. Lalo na this time ng pandemic, napakaraming oras yung mga magulang sa kanilang mga anak. So kinakailangan na kung maraming anak, i-divide lang siguro yung mga time para sa mga anak kung meron kayo 4 or 5.
Oh, meron naman tayong 7 days. So, schedule
Yes.
each day. Monday to Sunday.
That is right po. Si Sir Jimmy Abalo, sabi niya, thanks Sis Cindy for that wonderful information and message.
Catherine,
From Catherine Clarice de la Torre. Sabi nga po nang nagtanong kanina si Ma'am Christy Rivera de la Cruz, salamat po. Dapat pala happy topic and conversation kaso lagi nood balita COVID-19.
Yes, COVID-19.
Oo. So, i-delete natin siya kasi nakakadagdag din siya sa anxiety.
So we have to choose yung mga pinapanood po natin.
Yes. Mag-Netflix muna sila. K-drama.
Yeah, mga
Matanggal ng boredom, di ba? Pag natapos mo yung ilang episode na yon, di ba? So maiiba yung mindset mo. Matanggal dun sa COVID.
Tama po. Si Adhika Malaya, ang isa sa ating mga viewers na writer, author po. What happens on the inside when you are stressed or depressed? Siguro sa katawan natin, no?
Yes, inside the body, yeah.
Yes. So what happens to our body? So syempre hindi ka magiging ano nga yung tanong niya? What happens to our body when we are
Specifically, sabi po dito, what happens on the inside when you are stressed or depressed? So, we assume na yung inside is our body or the brain ba? Sir Adhika Malaya.
So, kapag nakaka-experience tayo ng stress or anxiety or any problem, what happens to us is naapektuhan tayo. Okay? So, hindi ka na, siguro yung pagiging apektado mo ay nakaka-apekto na sa sarili mo. Okay? It could be na naapektuhan ka sa work mo, sa sarili, okay? And sa communication mo sa family, you become more irritable, possible na sumisinisigawan mo na sila, okay? Or you continue to cry, okay? What happens to the inside it is kapag hindi rin siya tawag dito na treat, okay, untreated mental health illnesses may also lead to other health problems. Okay, so baka maapektuhan din yung internal organs mo lalo na kung halimbawa hindi ka na kumakain or hindi ka na natutulog. Okay, so ayun, nakaka-affect din siya sa yun, those parts inside your body will become affected kung meron kang untreated mental health illness or condition. Aside from affecting your life, yung buhay mo, sa family members mo, sa trabaho mo, sa communication mo, sa relationship mo. Okay, so yun yung mga negative na effects ng untreated mental health conditions.
Interrelated talaga, no? Sa lahat ng mga bagay.
Yung iba naman pag depressed, pinupokus na lang, kain na lang ng kain na lang
Yes,
ng kain.
true. It is also a clinical sign. Any excessive weight na na-gain mo or losing weight naman, it can pose a clinical symptom na that will also lead to depression.
So we have to be mindful din.
Yes.
Yes, or tulog ng tulog. Kaya nga yun yung mga natin yung mga clinical signs or warning signs natin sa isang tao kapag hindi natutulog or ilang days na mulat, gising, o sabi ng iba, insomnia lang yan, okay? Pero kailangan natin siyang kausapin. Bakit hindi siya natutulog? Anong cause ng niya? Ng difficulty of sleeping niya? Or kung halimbawang tulog naman siya ng tulog, ang sarap ng tulog niya. So, tanungin mo din siya, bakit anak ang sarap ng tulog mo, tanghali na, 12:00 na tulog ka pa rin. So, baka meron siyang iniiwasan, ayaw niyang makipag-usap or ayaw niyang makipag-usap kaya nag-result na lang siya into solution na tulog na lang siya ng tulog or kain ng kain. Okay? So, ang dami binge eating naman siya or sobrang kumain na ng breakfast, nag-snacks na ulit, tapos bago mag-lunch may kinain ulit, tapos lunch, tapos siguro 3 snacks pa ulit bago mag-dinner, 'di ba? So over naman yung overeating naman siya. Okay? So tanungin natin sila kasi usually nililink nila yung pagkain nila, may tinatawag tayong emotional eating naman. Okay, so you need to talk to them. Is it really necessary to eat when you are happy? Is it really necessary? Kadalasan sa ating mga Pilipino, kapag may celebration tayo, birthday, kakain tayo. So we always link our emotions to our yung pagkain natin, emotional eating. Kapag may graduation, pwede namang i-congratulate lang na congratulations, pero hindi. May pansit, may lechon, may cake, di ba? May fiesta. Okay, so lagi yan nalilink sa atin. Common sa mga Filipino yung emotional eating. So kapag nag-heartbreak, so kailangan may isang galon din na ice cream at saka ng cake, di ba? Kadalasan yan. So, kailangan i-identify natin yung sarili natin bago tayo kumain para ma-avoid natin yung emotional eating na sinasabi na nagli-lead to overeating. Kasi baka it is also a clinical sign na you are experiencing depression already. Ayun. So,
it's a clinical sign. Yeah.
Please, marami po tayo natututunan.
Marami siyang yung mga yon warning signs, oversleeping o kaya difficulty in sleeping, overeating or losing weight. Ayun.
Yan. So, thanks for joining us ulit. Jenny Kate Maniago Gallerin, Jezreel Alcantara Reliorta, Olivia Decano, she's following.
Yes.
At may tanong si Ma'am Michelle Istores.
Yes po.
Possible po ba, sis, na malungkot na lang ng bigla at hindi mo alam ang dahilan? Paano po kaya mag-deal sa ganoong biglaan na feeling?
Mm-hmm. So kapag halimbawang nakaka-experience tayo ng ganoon, napaka-importante na mag-meditate tayo, 'di ba? So alamin mo sa sarili mo, okay? Bakit kaya ako biglang nalungkot? Okay? Dahil ba Sabado ngayon? Anong kinalaman ng Saturday sa kalungkutan? Hindi ka nakalabas ng bahay, nandito ka lang. Bakit kaya nalungkot ka ngayon? May tubig naman, hindi naman nawalan ng tubig, hindi naman nawalan ng kuryente. So identify. You have to label, you have to alamin mo kung anong reason, kung bakit, saan nanggaling yung kalungkutan mo na yun. Or you can also talk to a mental health specialist, okay, to get mental health support. So matutulungan ka nila to evaluate yourself why you are feeling that certain feeling. Kung halimbawa nahihirapan ka na i-identify sa sarili mo yon. So ayun. So very advisable din sa mga ganitong mga common mental health concerns or problems na gumagamit tayo ng mental health exercises or mental hygiene. Ano ba yung mental hygiene na pwede natin i-apply sa sarili natin? So we can do yung relaxation, pwede din sa umaga yung exercise, 'di ba? So kung kahit magsimula ka lang muna sa 10 minutes exercise, 'di ba? Or stretching, that would be good for your health, physical health, and for your mental health, 'di ba? Kasi it will boost your yung happiness level mo kapag nag-exercise ka kasi tumataas yung confidence mo sa sarili mo. Ay, nakapag-exercise ako for 10 minutes, 'di ba? Pinawisan ka, you feel good. Your body feels energetic, 'di ba? So maganda sa pakiramdam yung nag-exercise, so relaxation, exercise, pwede din natin i-practice yung controlled breathing. Okay? And meron din tayong meditation, yoga, 'di ba? Or yung self-care mo, kung ano yung gusto mong gawin every morning. Kung marami akong nakikita ngayon sa social media na nagtatanim sila ng mga plants, succulent plants. So that's very refreshing na gawin kung mahilig ka sa mga plants or kung anong trip mo. Kung gusto mong mag-journal making, gusto mong mag-painting, anything that will suit you or that will feel or make you feel happy. Ayun, self-care natin yun.
So may tinatawag pala na mental hygiene, Ma'am Cindy, no?
Yes.
Yes, so we can actually manage our mental health.
Yes.
Sa atin din.
Kaya nga, binibigay natin tong mga details natin para sa lahat, para sila, matulungan nila yung sarili nila, di ba? Kasi learning is also a good for us, di ba? If you stop learning, you stop growing. 'Diba? So kailangan tuloy-tuloy tayo sa learning natin kasi para matulungan natin yung sarili natin. Kasi before hindi natin alam to yung how to do mental hygiene kasi physical hygiene lang lahat ang ginagawa natin. When we wake up in the morning, we know how to clean our face. Naghihilamos ka na, nagtututbrush ka na. What is our mental hygiene when we wake up in the morning? We don't know how to do relaxation techniques. We don't know how to do yung exercises, yung mga ganun, mental health exercises. We don't know how to apply controlled or deep breathing to ourselves. Wala tayong mental hygiene na ginagawa. Ayun.
Bigla ko lang pong naisipan kasi marami sa mga viewers natin ngayon, mga parents, kasi sa school, di po ba may mga PTA, ang parating napapag-usapan po doon yung mga grades, mga activities, pero parang hindi gaano napapag-usapan yung mental hygiene. So napakaganda pala na kung may mga meetings pag mga sa school na dapat i-discuss din na may focus din yung mental issues na pinagdadaanan ng mga bata. Kaya parang may mga bata rin na pag school ang pinag-uusapan, ayaw nang pumasok. Kumbaga parang
Kasi grades yung kanila,
grades
scores
na naman,
nila,
scores
ganyan.
na naman, ganito. So napakaganda po ng discussion natin ngayon. At least yung mga magulang na meron pa pala pwedeng pag-usapan pag may mga meetings. Kasi baka yung mga anak natin, yun pala yung pinagdadaanan nila kahit na mataas yung grade. Pero in getting that high grade, yung pala, depressed na sila.
Kahit na maging pa sila, maging
Number
valedictorian,
one,
ganyan, at the end of the day, maraming may problem
Yes.
sa
Sa
depression, ganyan. So, thank you so much po for watching and listening sa mga nandito.
viewers natin. And may mga comments sila. And then,
Yes, si President Terzenio, ang aming state president sa Urdaneta, sabi, watching and listening, wonderful advice and counseling.
Thank you po, President.
And si Ma'am Catherine Clarice de la Torre, sabi niya po, may tanong, is it possible po ba sis that depression will heal kahit di makipag-meet or talk sa professional?
Yes, possible siya. Pero alamin muna natin kung anong ang tawag dito, kung clinically diagnosed ba siya. Kasi kung clinically diagnosed siya na meron siyang mental health depression, then kailangan talaga ng treatment. Kailangan niya ng management if it is clinically diagnosed. Pero kung sinasabi lang natin that you are just sad or you are just parang meron ka lang anxious or you feel you're just worried, so pwede naman siyang ma-heal kahit hindi ka magpunta sa isang mental health support or specialist if you have friends, if you have a strong family support. Okay? So, kung maka-experience ka man ng mental health difficulty, meron kang emotional difficulty, kung meron ka namang strong, 'di ba, family support or meron kang trusted person, you have a friend, meron kang isang friend na napaka-supportive sa iyo na inaalalayan ka, then you can overcome and you will feel good, you will be happy with your life, you can overcome whatever sadness or na-experience mo. So, ingat lang tayo kasi pag sinabi nating depression, marami din siyang levels. Meron tayong sinasabi na mild depression or chronic depression. Actually, meron din tayong sinasabi na high-functioning depression. So, ibig sabihin kahit na PhD ka na, nagdo-doctorate ka na, 'di ba? Professor ka, nakaka-experience din siya ng depression, pero high-functioning siya. 'Di ba? Ibig sabihin, even if may depression siya, that person can able to manage himself or the activities. Meron din tayong tinatawag na smiling depression. So, parang ngayon, magkakausap tayo, o kung may kausap kang nakausap ka isang tao, so nakikita mo, she's okay, may trabaho siya, may family siya, she can manage to smile, di ba? Pero hindi mo alam may depression siya. So, it is really important na once na nakita mo yung sarili mo na you are already exhibiting or you are seeing the signs of depression na meron ka, is really number one to seek for a mental health support kasi in that way you can help and you can protect yourself because untreated itong mga medical or mental health condition na ito, if this continue to persist, this will lead to yung mga broken relationships. This will lead to unemployment. This can lead to yourself you isolate yourself, and this could also lead to suicide if untreated. So that's why kapag meron tayong nararamdaman na hindi tayo okay, we are sad, we are crying, so i-practice muna natin sa sarili natin. We ask ourselves, parang magkaroon ka muna ng self-check. Why do I feel this? Why? Because like this. Why? Why? So tanongin mo sa sarili mo yung mga feelings mo. Pag hindi mo kaya, go to a person, a friend, to your family member, you share, di ba? So if the two of you can still figure out na meron kang difficulty, then go to a specialist para matulungan ka sa nararamdaman mo, maka-cope up ka, okay? Sa buhay mo or sa present circumstances na meron ka. Okay? So, importanteng mag-seek for mental health support, lalo na kung clinically diagnosed ka. Kung hindi ka pa naman clinically diagnosed, observe yourself that you will not continue or that emotion will not persist for 2 weeks and beyond. So, kung halimbawa, naging sad ka for 3 days, after on the 5th day, naka-move on ka na, then you're okay. Pero kung hindi siya nasolusyonan, 2 weeks ay dinadala mo pa rin yung bigat ng pakiramdam mo, yun. So you need to seek for mental health specialist.
Wow, that's wonderful. We are learning a lot here, Ma'am Cindy. At si Ma'am Eliza Chelsea Ilanan, sabi, hello po, may I ask kung may alam po ba kayong mga online mental health consultation or counseling?
Yes, actually marami ngayon. Marami ngayon na nag-o-offer ng meron tayo sa NCMH yung yun, mga mental health support or system na pwedeng tawagan sa online. Ayun. So pwede tayong pumunta sa mga yun or tumawag para magkaroon tayo ng chance na makausap natin kung yung magkaroon tayo ng mental health advice or support.
Alright, so thanks for joining us, Mar Ingwa.
Yes. So, ang aking kauban or companion sa mission, Mark.
Yes. So, may tanong pa po dito si Adhika Malaya. Ano po ang pagkakaiba ng mental health problem at psychological problem?
Okay. So, pag sinabi nating mental health problem, anything na nahirapan ka, difficulty in the mind, nahirapan ka mag-isip, di ba? O nahirapan ka, yung common lang na nasa isip natin na it persists, okay? So, yun, mental health, nagkaroon ka ng mental health, naapektuhan ka sa pag-isip mo, di ba? Na-stress ka, nagkaroon ka ng anxiety. Ayun. So, pag sinabi naman natin na psychological problem, so dahil nga psychological siya, it could be, ayun, a clinical na, halimbawa, mayroon ka ng depressive general anxiety disorder. So parang terminology na siya, na nalilink na siya to all psychological issues. Ayun. So meron ka ng parang na-diagnose ka na clinically depressed ka. So you have a psychological problem. Okay.
Yes. Thank you, Ma'am Cindy. So, sabi rin po ni Ma'am Catherine Clarice de la Torre, maraming salamat po for answering her questions.
Welcome.
Yeah, actually, I don't think my time passed si Ma'am Cindy. Yeah, answer a lot of questions. Pero we are
mga questions, mga viewers.
Napakaraming viewers po ngayon. At Ma'am, how will they reach you po if ever na gusto po nilang mag-seek ng advice or any help?
Pwede naman i-message lang nila ako sa sa Messenger. Yun.
And also, Ma'am Cindy has a YouTube channel. Pwede mo rin.
Yes. Personal message, or you can add to our viewers. You can add Ma'am Cindy.
How can they reach you?
Yes.
Ayun. Pwede bang i-plug yun? Yung
Yes,
Mind
po.
and Me?
Yes.
Sa mga nanonood po, if you need mental health support, ayun, you can go to my YouTube channel, Mind and Me. So, it's about mental health vlogs po that will help guide. And, ayun, I have, yung mga mental health tips there that will help you if you're having a difficult emotion. Thank you.
So it's really comforting to know na kapag pala yung feeling mo naman ay hindi naman nag-persist ng beyond 2 weeks, a
Yes.
month, ganyan.
It's normal.
It's just normal na makaramdam ng ganyan, ng mga feeling.
Kung
Ma'am,
gusto
may-
mong umiyak, go ahead. You cry. Okay? Walang problema dun. That is your emotion. That is your feeling. That is valid, and you have the right to feel all of the emotions. If you want to cry, if you want to get angry, make sure na wala lang masasaktan, walang mga platong lumilipad, okay, na makakasakit sa ibang tao. If kung gusto mong i-express yung anger mo, i-express it in a way na safe for you and safe for other people. Like for example, if you are angry, pwedeng mong express yung anger mo. I-crumple mo yung papel, di ba? Panggigilan mo yung papel at itapon mo doon sa walang tao, yung sa blank wall, o di ba? So at least na-express mo yung anger mo, na-express mo yung gigil mo sa unan, di ba? Yun yung mga healthy way para ma-express natin yung anger natin.
Yeah, wag lang i-express yung anger natin sa asawa natin.
Yes. Oh. Kasi alam nyo, ang mga husband natin, pwede natin silang gamiting tool, di ba? If we can transform them, di ba? As a person, as a go-to person natin na makakapag-administer sa atin ng yung tawag dito, mental health support, di ba? So that's a good thing kung matatransform natin sila. Kasi sometimes, di ba, mahirap kapag husband mo may unnecessary na mga comments that would be very hurtful, or you will become more sensitive. Pero if you can have a good communication na maayos nyo yun, na when you are sad or when you are disappointed, you go to your husband, he can become your go-to person, then that's good. So at least hindi ka na pupunta sa mental health specialist or support kasi you already have a loving husband na a good counselor para sa iyo. Diba? So kailangan mag-build tayo ng maraming trusted person para marami tayong mapupuntahan anytime na mangailangan tayo ng mental health support system.
Ma'am, nakita po namin kanina na you are a missionary po kayo ng
LDS,
LDS.
Family
So can you
Services.
tell us a bit about that, yung program na yon, para sa mga viewers natin, both yung mga members ng The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, at the same time yung mga hindi members ngayon na nanonood?
Yes, so I am currently serving, hindi ko lang suot yung name tag ko, but me and my husband are church service missionaries working under family services. Okay, so itong family services department na ito ay tumutulong, okay, for mga mental health awareness, and for those in the community, we also participate dun sa mga in response to the call of the government, yung mga natukhang na mga non-members natin outside. We use our church facility to administer the addiction recovery program. So, addiction recovery program is a 12-step process na ginagawa namin. So, we facilitate the healing in our chapel. Ayun. So, magre-register lang sila sa mga barangay namin. So, active tayo na ginagawa. This is all volunteer work na ginagawa natin to provide yung mental health awareness for the people who needs it. So both non-members and members.
Ma'am, for example, dito po sa Ordeneta, so how can Ordeneta be part of that program po?
Yung addiction recovery program?
Yes po.
So they need to coordinate with yung local church service missionary assigned dyan sa Ordeneta. Ayun. So kasi kapag nag-conduct kami ng ARP sessions, kailangan may coordination din yon sa mayor at saka sa barangay. So siniset up pa siya. Kasi nagkakaroon sila ng contract signing doon. Ayun. So may mga paperwork siya na ginagawang ganon.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mom Cindy, for all the information na natutunan namin ngayon. And si Ma'am Christy Rivera de la Cruz, ano po yung links, Ma'am Cruz? Siguro mamaya we're going to tell you the links ng mga nabanggit ni Ma'am Cindy, including her YouTube channel. So thank you also for joining us
Thank you,
Monteresa Karina
Usapang
Person.
Pamilya, for this guest invitation. Hindi ko akalain na ang ganda pala nung mga tanong. Very interested sila.
So napakarami actually kay Ma'am Cindy when it comes sa discussion na to dahil nga hindi gaanong pinag-uusapan, ang daming natatakot ba na mag-open up. So at least yung mga viewers natin ngayon, meron tayong mga support group. Nandito si Ma'am Cindy to help us na matakol, mag-discuss yung mga bagay-bagay nito. And actually Ma'am, napakasaya namin na pinaunlakan niyo po yung invitation po namin and hope na you will join us again sa susunod na mga episode po natin.
Yeah.
Siyempre
So,
naman.
yeah, meron pong comment si Ma'am Suchil Tip-Tip. So proud of you, my baby sister. At mission parents ng Ordaneta Mission, Sister Trixie Espinosa, thank you for this, very helpful. Yan, thank you so much everyone. Sabi ni Ma'am Christy, masaya magkaroon ng supportive husband. Salamat po. If not, you have family members naman.
Yeah, or they can find siguro mentor.
Or yeah, support group.
Support group talaga. So, any final message po, Ma'am Cindy, sa ating mga viewers?
Yeah. Any final words or advice now that can help us, especially take care of our mental health?
Yeah, so mental health is as important as our physical health. So always, don't forget that health is always here.
Wow, those are powerful words, yes, Mom Cindy. So, yeah, we'd like to thank everyone for joining us today, especially kay Mom Cindy. We know that you have a lot of volunteer work at marami pang mga ibang mga work, but you have given us your precious time. Thank you so much.
Regards to your family po, kay Sir Jake. And for those who are watching po right now, meron po tayong magandang discussion mamaya, yung importance po ng
reading with your child.
So, we want to invite you to join us. Kung may mga katanungan din kayo mamaya, please join us.
Yeah, at 3 p.m. So, thank you so much, Mom Cindy.
Yes, Mom. Thank you po.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, everyone. Yeah, we'll see you again next time.
So, bye.